Bobcat fans, we're on deck with Coach Chris Whatley. I'm Guy Walker.
James Gibson.
Got cornbread over there, biscuit over here. Sponsored by Bubba's 33 Longview and Roof Masters. Coach Whatley, how in the world are you?
I'm doing great. It's baseball season.
So all year long, we've been waiting for this weekend.
Yeah.
So how long? We've been practicing for about a month now?
Yep, since the end of January, beginning of January.
So tell us, what are we seeing so far that gets Coach Whatley fired up?
I feel like we got a group of kids that are ready to compete. Bringing back some really good players from last year, a lot of experience in those 3 or 4 players. But we'll find out where we're at tomorrow. We open up with Liberty ILO, who played in the state championship last year, and Carthage. So we'll find out where we're at.
So we're playing in the Longview tournament this weekend.
Uh-huh.
When you look for a tournament, are you allowed to call and say, hey, I want some dogs, or can you get to pick the teams you get to play?
No, we don't.
So
No.
they just put you with whoever.
Yeah, but we find I try to find the tournaments where I know there's going to be some good competition for us, and that's going to push us. And I want to know where we're at before we get to district. So I know these 3 tournaments that we're playing in. I think the 14, 15 games that we'll play, they're all second, third, fourth, fifth round playoff teams. So we'll know exactly where we stand when we get out of this in 3 weeks.
So is that a good thing? I mean, you go into it, you're in a dog fight. Is that better for you, or does confidence-wise is what
I think it teaches our kids more. We'll find out more about our kids and what they can do if we put them in the positions where it's uncomfortable.
Right.
Other than going out there and
thinking you're better than what you are.
Correct. And there are some games where they get out of hand and we don't really learn enough about ourselves. And I want to know where we stand, and if we can handle adversity when it hits us, and I think it just makes us better for our district run.
So who all do we have in the Longview tournament this weekend?
We'll play Liberty ILO, Carthage, Spring Hill, Fort Worth, Boswell, and then the number 1 team in the state, Argyle. So it'll be fun.
So you're playing 5 games in the tournament. Me and you talked about this off camera a while ago. Is it harder? I know it's harder to play 5 games than it is 4 games. How do you because the pitching rules now?
Yeah.
Is it harder to roll into that, or how do you plan for that?
No, it's. We have the pitching that can play in 5 games. Just like those teams that I just said, they're all going to have pitching for 5 games too. So, and if you plan on making a run in the playoffs, you need more than 3 arms. You need 4 or 5 guys that are going to be able to get you through a playoff run if you expect to play for a while. So, trying to get those guys innings and get them on the mound against some really good teams. I think it'll be. I want to play the best, and I want to play as many games as we possibly can. So, and we got to hit. So we'll see what happens.
So, strengths of the team this year, you said is going to be our pitching.
I think pitching. We're still trying to see who's going to be where. Obviously we're bringing Blake back, who was the MVP of our district and 13-game winner last year. Which that's obviously
that's tough.
I know at least when we get to district play, 1 day a week, we will have a chance to win that game. We still got to back him up and hit, but I do think we have a couple guys between K. Nake and Preston Thomas and some others that are showing that they can throw a little bit, and we're just trying to build more depth. The more depth we have, the better off we'll have.
So how many seniors are we bringing back this year?
There's 8 seniors that we'll have on this squad.
Is that a normal number? Do it goes up and down?
It fluctuates, but anywhere from 7 to 9 is about what we have 48 in our program, so it's a healthy program, and all 3 levels are really competitive for us this year. I'm excited to see what they got because, if our young groups aren't very good, our future's not bright, and I think our young groups are going to be pretty salty, so I'm excited to see them play as well.
So this group of seniors, you've been with them all 4 years, but you've been their head coach since they were sophomores.
Correct.
So what is your expectations for those 8 guys going into this season?
I just want them to compete. They've gotten really good. The expectations, we had a high ranking this year preseason. It's probably one of our highest ones we've ever had since I've been here. And it's kind of the message I sent to our kids was just embrace the expectation. It's there. It's stuck on us. Whether we deserve it or not, I don't know. That's yet to be seen. But, embrace it. Don't be scared of it. Don't back down from it. Go out there and play the best we can. I just want to compete every day.
Right. So, when you put the H on your hat, when you walk out on the field, and this is a testament to Bobcat baseball, you have a target on your back.
Right.
Does that I mean, does that make you feel proud when you walk in, everybody's turning and looking at you and going, that's the team to beat?
No, it's definitely a compliment, but I don't think, a lot of people, they see that and they just think that we're good, that we just roll the ball out, and they don't understand what goes into
And they don't.
where, those kids work their butts off to get to where they're at. And
Well, you hit on it just a second ago. 48 kids in your program.
Mm-hmm.
That is a huge program.
Right.
You're able to have 3 teams, and that is huge. Is it hard? I know you spend most of your time with your varsity, but it's still hard. You're juggling all 3 teams and
Right.
keeping an eye on everybody.
Right, and juggling 3 teams. Luckily, we're fortunate. We have 5 coaches,
Right.
4 coaches. I get 5 coaches, and our kids are in good hands. So, which there's a lot of programs that don't have that advantage, and I think that's definitely helps our programs to stay strong. So, but.
Well, and me and Coach Mitchell had talked about this before. This same with you. When you have that many kids in the program, you get to cherry pick. And you have cuts every year.
Right.
And there's a lot of teams that say, who wants to come and play? Look, Hallsville's got an advantage of where I'm taking the best, how many of you have on your team, and then the rest of them, try something else.
Right.
How many are you toting on the varsity this year? Before tournament season, after
Going tomorrow, we'll have 19 kids in uniform. Come district play after tournaments, it could be anywhere from 16 to 19, just depending on how these next 3 weeks go. But at the end of the day, we want our kids on the right team where they're going to get to play. Like, I don't want to carry kids on the varsity that if they need innings or if they need at-bats on the JV, I need them getting that, especially if they're younger kids, obviously.
Right.
Same thing with our 2 JV teams. If just because they're a freshman, sophomore, or junior, I need them to be where they're going to play and help us in the long run.
So how many you total on your JV? It's gold and purple. I know.
There's no gold anymore, so we got purple and white.
That's okay.
I don't see any gold. So.
Well, I'm thinking of the old days when
I know. No, it's roughly 15-15-ish on
and that's a good
15 and 18, I guess, is what we're trying to get, just to even the number out, and just really we want our kids playing.
Right.
So.
Right. What'd you say, 8 seniors, that correct? 7, 8
Yes.
seniors? Those guys have grown up with you over your 3 years. You've been head coach for 3 years.
This will be the third, yep.
Going on the 4th year, right? No.
This will be my 3rd.
I keep putting you an extra year out there.
Yeah.
You had a birthday not too long ago.
I did.
You're kind of an old fella.
It's getting up there.
Getting up there. So we always ask this. Have you taught Kayla anything yet? I mean, when you're coaching styles and helping her out at all?
No. People don't believe me. We don't really talk anything about coaching styles.
Really?
We don't do it. She's great at what she does. I'm not going to try to tell her to do anything different than what she does. And
she don't tell you nothing?
No, it just turns into an argument, so we just stop. We got 2 little ones that we're chasing around now that are just full throttle softball season right now. Our house is chaos.
I can only imagine two head coaches going out there representing the Whatley name very well. Coach Whatley, I know we're going to have more of these interviews all week long. I do appreciate you coming up here and
absolutely
sitting and talking with us. Mr. Gibson, thank you for helping me out today.
Hey, my pleasure.
I mean, I need to get a better hair game if I'm going to run with you guys. But other than that, Bobcat fans, it's been On Deck with Coach Whatley, Mr. Gibson, Guy Walker, sponsored by Bubba's 33 and Roof Masters. Go Bobcats.